friends, and welcome back to Movies, Munchies, and Moscato. I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
We're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and wine. So if that is something that interests you, please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now it's time for movie and TV news and pop culture discussion. So first up, Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox will appear in the Marvel series Echo, starring, I think I'm saying her name right, I think it's Aliqua Cox. Aliqua Cox. Anyway, she, for those who may not be familiar, she last appeared in the Hawkeye series on Disney Plus as this character Echo, and so now she's getting her own series. And Vincent D'Onofrio did appear in that series as well, but Charlie Cox didn't. And for those who don't know as well, he played Daredevil. In the series Daredevil, so I think that's cool. They're keeping him around and bringing him into this Marvel series. I do think it will help because Echo's not a well-known, apparently, Marvel character, and so I think bringing Vincent and Charlie from Daredevil will definitely help his cause. I liked what I saw of her in Hawkeye. She didn't have a big role, but what I saw of her I liked, and she's her character is deaf, so she reads lips, but she fights like
the rest of
them. Like a samurai, warrior, basically. But yes, that is her thing, is that she can't hear anything, hence her name Echo.
Well, you are the queen of Marvel, so what do you think?
Well, they haven't shown any type of trailer for it yet. I think they are still filming it, so we'll see. But I think it'll be, I mean, I really love Daredevil, so I might just watch it based off those two being in it alone. So, yeah. I'm sure it'll probably be good, though. So far, they've all been good. All the series, they've all been good.
Okay.
Then Taron Egerton has been in talks to play the next Wolverine now that Hugh Jackman is officially done with the role. I guess they're thinking of rebooting it. Maybe they're rebooting X-Men. That's unclear. I know they're talking to multiple people, apparently, but that's cool. Taron, he's been in, the Elton John biopic. He was in the Kingsman movies. He's in a new series on Apple that is on our list called Blackbird. So he's, he's a very versatile actor. So I think he could do it. He seems too short, but maybe he just seems shorter than I think he is.
So how would they?
Hugh Jackman is over 6 feet.
Oh, so, I know. And how would he? How would they make that transition? I mean,
I'm sure when you do that, they're starting from scratch, in terms of let's just pretend the others didn't happen and we're going back to early years. Is my guess. That's the only thing that would make it work for me anyway.
True.
But who knows?
Absolutely true.
Then we have Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell are set to star in an unnamed wedding comedy for Amazon.
Oh,
I like this thought of this pairing.
That is so funny.
Will's pretty he's hit or miss. I was discussing this the other day. He's hit or miss for me, but I love Reese Witherspoon, so maybe as a couple it would be interesting if they are playing a couple. Maybe I don't know. It hasn't really said what they're doing together. Maybe she's a wedding planner, and he's in the couple. Who knows? We'll see. I do think this sounds interesting.
I know, it does sound cute. On paper, it sounds cute.
Yes, it does. And her production company is producing it, so...
Oh, okay.
High hopes.
I'm excited for the Crawdads scene.
Right, that's true.
Can't wait for that one.
Chris Evans and Emily Blunt are going to star in a movie called Pain Hustler for Netflix. This is about a high school dropout, played by Emily, weirdly enough, who lands a job with a failing pharmaceutical startup in a strip mall in Florida. She doesn't often play too many American roles, I have to say, so I'm excited to see this. Plus, she's playing a high school dropout. She just doesn't seem the type, so I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Although I never did see, although I guess I don't really talk in that, the Quiet Place. Was she playing someone who's American in that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I never saw that, so mainly I've only seen her when she just uses her natural...
and she's married to John
Krasinski.
Yeah.
But usually in stuff, she just uses her normal accent. I'm trying to think of anything I've seen her in where she plays... Oh, you know what? The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise. It just hit me. Never mind. She did play... an American in that. She wasn't playing a British woman, so never mind. Sorry, we'll walk back what I just said. And then finally, Only Murders in the Building has been renewed for season 3 on Hulu.
Oh my gosh.
So well, they're going to already bring it back. So, as you know, I like it. So I'm excited for it to keep on going.
Well, good. Same cast, correct?
Yep, same cast. So, yeah, bring it on. New mystery every year. I'm for it. I mean, look how long Murder, She Wrote ran.
Well, that's true.
We could do it. We don't want to wear out our welcome quite that long, but still, we could do it. So movies and TV shows out. We're going to do last week as well as this week since we were off the air for the holiday.
Oh.
So first up, last week we have Thor: Love and Thunder. This is in movie theaters and stars Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Christian Bale, and Tessa Thompson. So Thor embarks on a journey unlike anything he's ever faced, a quest for inner peace. However, his retirement gets interrupted by Gore the God Butcher, a galactic killer who seeks the extension of the gods. So this looks, different, very quirky, just like Love, oh my gosh, just like Thor, the last Thor, yes, Ragnarok. So we are set to hopefully see this soon. So we'll let you know what we think of it. It's kind of got mixed reviews.
Has it really?
But I think it'll still be.
Oh yeah, we're going to see it next week. So
hopefully it'll be good.
I'll let you know what we think.
Right. Then we have Control Z Season 3 on Netflix. This is a show, as I mentioned before, I originally watched Season 1 in 2020 during when you were home with the pandemic. It's another Spanish language show that I watch I watched dubbed. So I have started it, I haven't finished it, so I won't talk about it until I finish it. But basically it's just continuing on the adventures of these high schoolers who are getting blackmailed left and right by different things. So... so you have it's a very interesting story. I can't imagine who's messing with them this time because season 1 it was someone, season 2 it was someone completely different. So it'll be interesting to see where the rest of season 3 goes.
Oh.
Then we have Hello, Goodbye, and Everything in Between. This is a movie on Netflix and stars Jordan Fisher, who's a Disney favorite, Jordan Fisher, and Talia Ryder. So Clara and Aiden make a pact to break up before college with no regrets and no broken hearts. However, one epic goodbye date may offer them a last chance at love. It's like one of these cutesy things, and actually it kind of reminded me, seeing the trailer, of To All the Boys I've Loved Before that Jordan Fisher was in. So I'm like, it seems like a slight retread, although this time he's in the lead, whereas before he was kind of supporting. But if you're into those cutesy things, which normally I am, I like Hallmark shows, but I may skip this one. Maybe a little too much for me.
Right. What? Too much for you?
No, it's weird. I do have a level, guys. I do have a level. Girl in the Picture. This is a documentary on Netflix, which actually is intriguing to me. This is a young mother's mysterious death and her son's subsequent kidnapping open a decades-long mystery. I just watched the trailer on this, and I was like, this does seem very interesting. It's like, it basically came about, someone saw a random old picture of a dad and his daughter, and from there, it's like when they figure out who the daughter is, it's like they're going on like basically a twisty road to figure out what happened to her in life and how she got wherever she ended up. So I think it sounds very interesting. The dad apparently was some con artist who stole her at one point from her mom, and then she grew up doing anyway, it just looks very interesting.
Yeah, I saw that as well, and I wanted to start watching that. So, because you know me in documentaries.
Right. There's just an hour and a half it looked like for the runtime, so I can surely get that in. Boo Bitch.
Wow.
This is a new series on Netflix and stars Lana Condor, weirdly enough, from To All the Boys I've Loved Before off of Netflix. So two senior BFFs make a last-ditch attempt to be seen, but when one of them becomes a ghost, she'll need to really live her best life while she can.
Oh, my.
This looks another one of those cutesy high school shows, but honestly too cutesy for me.
Right. Yeah.
So if any of you guys out there watch this, you'll have to let us know how it is. I don't know. It didn't make me laugh during the trailer, I tell you that. I was like, this looks weird.
It's probably
a little too
going to be
cutesy.
one and done.
Yeah. And normally I like older ghost movies or someone is like there, you don't see them and they're making little comments, but I don't know, this didn't look that way enough for me, but who knows. Then we have Blackbird, which I mentioned earlier. This stars Taron Egerton, and this is on actually Apple TV. I don't know why I wrote Netflix. Anyway, this stars Taron Egerton, Paul Walter Hauser from why did I just draw a blank? And Ray Liotta. Paul Walter, he's done so many good things. I just drew a blank on what most are.
Yeah,
he was in one of my favorite shows, Kingdom. There we go. Kingdom, about the boxers. That was out there. Plus, he played Richard.
Well,
it was the one you saw. I never saw it, but it'll come back to me later.
Richard?
It was. I swear that was his first.
King Richard?
No.
Oh.
He played a man accused of of spreading false lies or something. He had like a mustache in the movie, but the movie is like titled the real person's name.
Okay, I don't know. Oh, is it Richard Jewell?
There we go. Thank you.
Okay,
Yes, that's
all
it.
right.
He played Richard Jewell.
Oh my gosh,
So that's Paul Walter Hauser.
I love him. He's so
Sorry, guys, when something
funny.
bugs, you
He
gotta
was
figure it
also
out.
in. Oh, he was just in that funny movie that I saw. Oh my gosh, where he was an agent.
He was in Queen Pins that we saw.
Queen Pins, that's right.
So,
yeah.
That's true. I forgot about that. So this is the true story of convicted drug dealer Jimmy Keene, who's being played by Taryn, who was offered his freedom in exchange for coaxing a confession out of suspected serial killer Larry Hall, who is played by Paul Walter, and finding out where his victims are buried. So
So it's a serious.
It's a true story, serious story. It's on Apple, so you're gonna get it unfortunately weekly, but that's what it is.
This is a series on Netflix.
Yeah, I was just saying earlier that I accidentally wrote down Netflix.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that.
It is on Apple.
I'm really excited about this because this really does look good. And I am a huge fan of Ray Liotta. And I'm so sad that he is no longer with us.
I know, this is...
is this like his last movie?
It's his second to last. There's still something else he's done that will be coming out. So, yes, second to last thing.
Well, we're definitely going to watch that.
See how that is, right? Then we have Maggie. This is another new series. This one on Hulu. This stars Rebecca Rittenhouse and David Del Rio. So, as a psychic, Maggie regularly sees the fate of her friends, parents, clients, and random strangers on the street. But when she suddenly sees a glimpse of her own future, she must start living in her own present. This actually looks really cute. I actually check this out because I like shows where it's about like you can see the future and like how do you want to change it, or do you try to like make moves to make yourself get there quicker? So I think actually this is cute, so I probably will check this out. Then finally for last week we have Trigger Point. This is a new series on Peacock and stars newbies Vicky McClure and Adrian Lester. So during the summer, a terrorist bombing campaign is threatening London, and it is up to the Metropolitan Police Bomb Disposal Squad to deal with the situation. The squad is called Expo and has 2 ex-military and experienced bomb disposal operatives named Lana and Joel. As the bombing campaign continues, Lana begins to believe that the team may be the bomber's real target. This looks interesting. I haven't seen a trailer on it, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, we'll have to check that one out, too.
Gosh.
There's a lot.
There's so much. There really
Gosh,
is.
and that was just last week. Now we're getting to this week.
Right. Now this week, we have Where the Crawdads Sing.
Woo-hoo!
This will be in movie theaters and stars Daisy Edgar Jones, Taylor John Smith, and Harris Dickinson.
And it starts Friday, correct?
Uh-huh.
Which is what day is that?
It's the 15th.
15th.
So abandoned as a girl, Kaya raised herself in the dangerous marshlands of North Carolina. For years, rumors of the marsh girl haunted Barkley Cove, isolating the sharp and resilient Kaya from her community. Drawn to 2 young men from town, she opens herself to a new and startling world. So as we've talked about before, we've both read the book as part of our book club, so we're excited to see how the movie shows it.
Yeah.
Adapts it.
So, and Reese Witherspoon she's the one who bought the rights to it, right?
Yeah, she's the producer.
And she always does good things, but from the trailer it looks so good, and it does look like it's following the book. So hopefully,
hopefully, I think it'll be a good time. Then we have Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank. This movie is in theaters with the voices of Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Cera, and Ricky Gervais. So a down-on-his-luck hound finds himself in a town full of cats who needs a hero to defend them from a ruthless villain's evil plot to wipe their village off the map. With help from a reluctant trainer, the underdog must assume the role of fearsome samurai and team up with the felines to save the day. The only problem is they all hate dogs. I remember seeing this trailer before a movie I'd seen, and it does look pretty funny.
Yeah, which I'll get to later, but going to see Minions, it was... I took my little granddaughter, and she laughed so hard in this one. And this is something she wants to see just from seeing the trailer.
Fury?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's funny.
Also the Kung Fu Panda. But
Oh, okay. So also there's Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight. Now this is a movie that's on Netflix. And it has the voices of Jack Black returning as the panda, Rita Ora, and James Hong. So legendary warrior Po teams up with an elite English knight on a global quest to rescue magical weapons, restore his reputation, and save the world.
Oh.
I've only ever seen the first Kung Fu Panda. I never saw the sequel. Honestly, I probably won't see this one, so if you do.
Yeah, I've seen Kung Fu Panda, and I loved it. It was funny, but I did not. No.
Okay. We'll have to let me know how this one is when you watch it. Then we have Persuasion. This movie I do want to see. This is a movie on Netflix and stars Dakota Johnson and Henry Golding. So when Frederick Wentworth, the one who got away, crashes back into Anne Elliott's life, she must choose between putting the past behind her or listening to her heart when it comes to second chances. This looks cute. I've never read any of, the books that any of these movies are ever based on, like Emma and Pride and Prejudice. Just haven't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But apparently this is one of the better books, Persuasion, so hopefully the movie does. But I think the trailer made it look really cute.
Oh, good.
I love self-aware. I love when Dakota's character talks to the camera. I actually like that. If it's done right. It looks like it is, so I am here for it. Then we have Resident Evil. This is a series this time on Netflix. It stars Lance Reddick and Ella Balenska. So 14 years after a deadly virus causes a global apocalypse, Jade Wesker fights for survival in a world overrun by infected creatures while being haunted by her past, her father, and what happened to her sister Billy. Unfortunately, I do not think this series looks good. If you've listened for a while, you know I've been a fan of the original Resident Evil movies. And as I said, I didn't like the latest Resident Evil movie, where it was like the prequel. It was just okay. This series is not. I feel like it's not even what
the movie started out to be.
Yeah, I'm just like, where are they going with this?
Yep.
I mean, I know I'm just basing off the trailer, so maybe it'll be a 180, but it's just wasn't grabbing me. It looks like a completely different.
That's the problem. If it doesn't grab you, like you've always said, it's probably not going to.
Yeah, that's true. So it's gonna be a no for me. Then we have SkyMed. This is another new series, this time on Paramount Plus, and stars Natasha Callis, Morgan Holstrom, and Thomas Elms. So the series centers on the nurses and pilots working for an air ambulance service in remote northern Manitoba. This is filmed in Canada. It's a Canadian property that I think Paramount Plus bought, if I understood it correctly. So, but it does look good.
Yeah.
I like, I guess not really thrillers, but real life situations. I was a fan of ER in the beginning, so it reminds me kind of that. I could just like go save people type of vibe. So I might check out one episode and see. And then finally for this week we have Don't Make Me Go. This is a movie on Amazon and stars John Cho, Ewan McGregor. Oh my gosh. Ewan McGregor. Woo! Sorry, Obi-Wan. He's playing Obi-Wan right now. And then Kaya Scodelario, which, funny enough, she was the one that played in the last Resident Evil movie I just watched. Funny, so everything's all connected as we're talking. Anyway, so a terminally ill man and his teenage daughter embark on a road trip from California to New Orleans for his 20th college reunion. While there, he secretly hopes she can reunite with the mother who left them long ago.
Oh.
So this is like a serious, but some comedy thrown in movie when I watched the trailer. So I don't know. I may watch it. I think this actually was at Sundance. I feel like.
Really?
I think it was, and Amazon must have just bought it. But yeah, I think it
picked it up.
Right? So it does look interesting. I might have to check that out. So what we've been watching this past 2 weeks. So first up for me, and actually it turns out for Rochelle too, we both watched Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2 on Netflix.
Yeah, woo!
And so it was good. Those who watched it know it was sad. It still had its funny parts. Everyone just did such a good job with it.
I loved it. Yes.
It was a much better story than season 3. Although, as you know, I didn't dislike season 3, but I did think it was a much better story. I don't know. It was just like those roller coasters, shows when you're watching it.
The twists and turns, and really got back to, and I've said this before, just got back to what it started out to be. Mm-hmm. And and I love the creepy aspect of it. You got to see more of the upside down and Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I loved how it ended. So can't
Yeah.
wait for 5. I
Had
hope
a
they
good
do the
ending.
same thing.
Yeah, so season 5 will be its final and last season. I've read that they are going to stick to Hawkins, so it ends exactly where it begins. Everyone's now back in Hawkins as they should be, and so I think it's going to be awesome to see how they wrap it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be good. Yeah, I can't wait. Anyway, it was a good thing. I would say for overall for the season, I would definitely rate it 5 wine corks. It was
Yeah.
it was spectacular to me. So it
Yes.
was. You the same?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then I also watched I Love That For You, season 1 on Showtime. So this is a series about a girl whose dream since she was a young girl wanting to be a TV show host, and so she tries out for a QVC like shopping channel. I forgot what they name it in this series, but and she gets it. She unfortunately screws up, week 1, and they're going to fire her. And instead of being fired, she comes up with a very extravagant lie that she has cancer. Unfortunately, to keep it. So it was interesting. It wasn't as light as I was hoping it was going to be, so it wasn't that funny.
Yeah, I thought it would be more like satire on, the shopping network,
Right, yeah. And unfortunately, it wasn't. I still liked it, don't get me wrong, but I just expected there to be more comedy than wasn't as how it's billed.
Yeah.
Because, it has Molly Shannon in it.
Yes, it was very funny.
Yeah, and it has... my gosh, I'm forgetting people's names and I didn't write it down. I apologize. But it just has a lot of funny people in it. And unfortunately, they took the more serious route for the most part in these episodes. So, but I still encourage you to watch it because I did still enjoy it. Just know it's going into it. It's not going to be funny, so I don't want you to be let down too much. If you watch it and you're like, why are you laughing?
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah,
because I was expecting it to be funny.
It was still a good show. I haven't heard anything about renewal on it, so it might be a one and done. But it ended in a way where it's okay. If it doesn't come back, and it had a good enough closure. But if they do bring it back, I can see where they could go with it in next season as well. So.
How many episodes were in it?
There were 10.
Oh, okay.
And they are just 30-minute episodes, so they fly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they fly. So it's a very easy watch. So for me, I'd probably rate this about 3 wine corks.
Okay.
Yeah, so not awesome, but not, like I said, not
Yeah,
bad,
just right down the middle.
Right,
okay.
And then finally, I watched season 3 of The Boys on Amazon.
Ah!
I've been an avid watcher of this. And it just releases weekly, so I just wanted to wait to talk about the whole thing when it was completely done. It's just 8 episodes, but man, did they pack a lot into those 8 episodes for the last 8 weeks. It seemed like it flew by, too.
Really? Isn't it nice when you enjoy watching something, how fast it can go?
Yes, it's true. And this series, it's based on a comic book, as I understand it. I'm not someone who, I shouldn't say I've never read a comic book. I was in Archie comic books when I was younger, but nothing else. And it's just wild. Apparently the comic books are even crazier than the show, but if you watch the show, it went places you just never think TV's gonna go. Let me just say.
Oh, I bet.
I was just like, and it's so funny to me how they're really good about bringing in real life things happening into this meta universe. It's just, they somehow were able to incorporate, like things about Bill Cosby, but then also things about COVID, but it's not COVID that's happening, and also it's just the oddest. But the way they do it is so freaking funny. I mean, it's so funny. This is a funny show. It's very vulgar. It's very crass.
Yeah.
It's very gory. But I'm entertained by it. So, yeah, I thought it was a good time. I cannot wait for season 4, which it has been renewed for season 4, to see where it goes, because there's so much more that can be had with Butcher and Homelander and Soldier Boy and Mother's Milk and Starlight. Don't you just love these names people have? Anyway. It's a good time. So I would definitely give season 3 a 4 wine cork. It was pretty good. Not spectacular like Stranger Things, but it was still a very good time. So I can't wait for next year when it comes out, hopefully.
Okay, that sounds good. I know I've tried watching it, but it's just so weird, and it is. It's some shocking moments. Like you're like, did that really just happen? Yeah. So anyway, I should probably stick with it. Shocking. So for me, what I've watched over the last couple of weeks, again, Stranger Things, loved it, and then I took my granddaughter to see the new Minions movie, Rise of Gru, and it is so funny. I loved it. I'm sitting here laughing out loud And probably, well, all the adults were laughing in the theater. So, and what was interesting is that there were more teenagers, like my son's age, going to see that. In fact, he went to see it last night, so I haven't had a chance to ask him what he thought. But, you know, I think it's gotten good reviews. And, of course, and it's so funny. I just love those little minions. And Gru plays this young Gru, and how he became the villain he is. And so he's a kid in this with these minions. And it's just so funny how he becomes this evil villain. So he's just evil from, you know, day one. So anyway, I encourage you to see it. It's funny. I really enjoyed it. And then, oh my gosh, I don't know how many has heard of Goliath. It's with Billy Bob Thornton, but it came out in 2016. Someone had mentioned this to me. I just happened to come upon it, and I kind of read the overview, and it is fantastic. So I don't know if many people have seen it, but basically it's a powerful lawyer, Billy Bob Thornton, who also plays Billy McBride, and he is now a washed-up ambulance chaser who spends more time in bars than the courtroom. Do you imagine that, Billy Bob Thornton, and drunk? And he plays it well. When Billy reluctantly agrees to pursue a wrongful death lawsuit against this massive law firm he helped create, a vast and deadly conspiracy comes to light. And let me tell you, it's freaking crazy what happens. But I am telling you, there is this funny, who's kind of a sidekick. Do you know who Nina Arianda is?
Mm-mm. No, really.
She is so funny. She is an up-and-coming attorney. She plays a sidekick who tries to get him to take this case. And she is so funny. Like, she's so good. I've really enjoyed it. And there are 4 seasons. I've been nonstop watching this every chance I get. I'm already into the 4th season. The interesting thing is, as I was reading it, and it was supposed to come back in 2021. So
yeah, I think I remember reading that it had gotten canceled. It was one of those things where they had renewed it and they changed their mind after the fact.
That's such a bummer, because I really enjoyed it. And like, this last one has this all-star cast. You know, like Beau Bridges is in it, and I forgot his name. Let's see. William Hurt. He does a fantastic job. He plays kind of a bad guy in it. But, and Amy Brenneman. Anyway, there's just so many of them, and they're all so good. Mark Duplass. Mm-hmm. He's in it. And, Dennis Quaid. So it's amazing, you know, the actors that they have in there. Dwight Yoakam. I mean, seriously, it's crazy. So, and Lou Diamond Phillips. He's in like the first few. So anyway, if you haven't watched it and you know, like those, it's kind of a thriller maybe, but it definitely keeps you on your toes. And I love the banter that goes back and forth between attorneys. It's like, wow, they're all so smart. It's like they've got you here, but then Billy Bob would come back with something and you just look at him in situations and go, kind of like Ozark, how is he going to get out of this one? How's Jason Bateman going to get out of this one? And there are situations with Billy Bob was kind of the same situation. So. Okay. And there's some cartel activity, and you know that can always be scary. Anyway, it's really good. So
that's on Amazon, right?
This is on Amazon. Yes, correct. Mm-hmm. Yep. Awesome. And it came out in 2016. So I had not heard of it before that. I don't think so. Anyway, yeah, give it a whirl.
Now it's that time of year again where it's time for the Emmy nominations. Boop, boop. So we thought we'd go through them and see what we got going on, who we're supporting.
Oh, that sounds great.
So, first up, Just Drama Series. There's Better Call Saul, Euphoria, Ozark, Severance, Squid Game, Stranger Things, Succession, and Yellow Jackets.
Oh, wow.
And though I've never seen Succession or Better Call Saul, this is an awesome like people. Yes, a list of people. I love Ozark. You guys know I just recently watched Severance. I really love Severance. I really enjoyed Squid Game, and we know we love Stranger Things. And y'all, Yellow Jackets was a surprise. It's very good.
Yeah.
So it's like this to me. I have no idea.
I'm going to go with Ozark.
But
because I still love a lot of those. But Ozark just seemed like everyone I've talked to has loved that series. More so than probably, I don't know, a lot of people love Better Call Saul. So
that's true.
And I know it's won in the past.
It has won in the past. That's
and
true.
Succession, I mean, they've just taken all sorts of awards.
That's true. They've won in the past, too.
Yeah, you're right. This is going to be tough.
It's going to be a tough one. I would almost... Only because seems like they always like to choose something new sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I would almost think they might choose Yellow Jackets just because of that. Because it is good writing, and it is a new, like I said, a new one for them.
Okay, yeah.
So I can see it going to them, or maybe even Squid Game, because yes, that's new too. But I do think Yellow Jackets, between those two, Yellow Jackets is the better of the two between that and Squid Game. So I guess we'll see.
Okay.
But then again, Severance is new too. Damn. See? You just don't know.
You
just don't know. And that had me on the edge of my seat, Miss Severance. So, yeah, well, it's going to be exciting. That's an exciting one. Okay. Anyway, so Best Actress in a Drama Series. We have Jodie Comer for Killing Eve, Laura Linney for Ozark, Melanie Linsky for Yellow Jackets, Sandra Oh for Killing Eve, Reese Witherspoon for The Morning Show, and Zendaya again for Euphoria, who won last year in the same category.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm going to assume she probably won't win this year. That's just my guess. Laura Linney, awesome. Melanie Linsky, awesome. Reese Witherspoon, awesome.
Right.
And honestly, what I've seen,
especially in The Morning
she's
Show,
awesome.
she's oh my gosh.
You know, I don't think Reese, unfortunately, it's based off the second season. She wasn't as strong. To me in the second season, so I don't see her taking.
I think you're correct on that. I'm going to go with Laura Linney.
Yeah.
So
again, Laura Linney or Melanie Linsky was awesome.
Right.
She was.
And yeah.
If you get through it, she ended up being like the surprise of that show. Let me just tell you.
She's
the mom who has like the teenager. She's the best friend of the cheerleader.
She went to her husband.
Captain, sorry.
She thought her husband had the affair. Okay.
That's her. So, yeah, she's a good actress. Then we have Best Actor in a Drama Series. Jason Bateman for Ozark, Brian Cox for Succession, Lee Jung-jae for Squid Game, Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, Adam Scott for Severance, and Jeremy Strong for Succession, who I think won last year was Jeremy. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
No, that's right, he did. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with Jason Bateman.
Yeah, Jason Bateman, or Adam was actually very good in Severance.
Maybe Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul. I don't know.
Yeah. It's hard for that one. It's hard for me to because I still haven't seen. Oh, I don't plan to see Better Call Saul, but. Ooh, they have really good candidates this time.
Yeah.
For this.
I know. This is going to be tough.
Tough one. Then we have Best Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. We have Patricia Arquette for Severance, Julia Garner for Ozark, Jung Ho Yeon, if I'm saying that right, for Squid Game, Christina Ricci for Yellow Jackets, Rhea Seehorn for Better Call Saul, J. Smith Cameron for Succession, Sarah Snook for Succession, and newbie Sydney Sweeney for Euphoria. I have to say, because I just heard so many hoopla around Sydney Sweeney's, I actually went back to YouTube and watched some clips of her from Euphoria just to see. She actually was really good. She has she goes from sweet, nice to hysterical to crying to me. I was like, okay, she has some range in this show.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Whereas kind of like Zendaya, although she's from what I see, she's good in it. She is just playing one character, this drug addicted teenager. Whereas this chick, I mean, she's having a go of it. Anyway, I of course can go with Julia Gardner on this one.
Me
so
too.
Good, so
she's
good in this
just
last season.
Amazing. I mean, we're we find ourselves imitating her.
Right. I did enjoy Christina Ricci and Yellow Jackets. I enjoyed the show, but she was like the lighter note of Yellow Jackets. Let me say, she provided the levity that you needed in that show. Loved her. Then we have Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. We have Nicholas Braun for Succession, Billy Crudup for The Morning Show, Kieran Culkin for Succession, Park Hae-seo for Squid Game, Matthew McFadden for Succession, John Turturro for Severance, Christopher Walken for Severance, and Oh Young-soo for Squid Game.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, another packed one. Although I did love Billy in The Morning Show, again, I just felt it wasn't his strongest season. He did win, I want to say, I don't know if it was last year or it was the year before. He has won for Morning Show before, and when he won, it made complete sense. This one time, I am so going to go with John Turturro from Severance. He was so good in that. And just like Christina Ricci, he ended up being the levity, the surprise in this series for this season. He was very, very good. He kind of started off light and bright, and near the end, when he became aware of what exactly was happening, he became more, I don't know, it was just really good.
Oh, good.
So.
All right, so your pick is John Turturro.
Yeah, I'm liking John Turturro for that. Do you have a pick?
Because I haven't seen Severance and I have seen Succession. I haven't seen all of Succession, though. So I'm going to go with, I think I might go with Matthew McFadden.
Okay.
But I bet you're right. Ooh, or Christopher Walken. Shoot.
He wasn't bad in Severance. He didn't have.
Did he play Christopher Walken?
Actually, no. That was no.
Really?
He did not play no. It was a departure. That was true. But I think John's performance was better.
Okay.
So.
Well, hey, we'll just have
we'll
right? A difference of opinion there.
Best Comedy Series, we have Abbott Elementary, Barry, Curb Your Enthusiasm,
What?
Hacks, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Only Murders in the Building, Ted Lasso, and What We Do in the Shadows. I think it was Ted Lasso that won last season.
Yes.
Or last time. I'm going to have to go with Only Murders.
Yeah.
Because...
New.
It is new. So is Abbott. And I've watched one episode of Abbott, and it did make me laugh. I don't know why it's so hard for me to get into comedies a lot of the time.
I know.
Especially on a regular station like ABC. I don't know what it is. But it did make me laugh. So, but I'm going to go with Only Murder since, it is a love of mine.
Sure.
Right.
Gosh. I'm going to go with either The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel or Ted Lasso again.
Okay.
But...
All right. Very good.
I don't know. Hacks... I've heard Hacks is good.
Right. And Gene Smart won for acting in it last time.
Oh.
But the show just didn't win, but yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows is funny. So, gosh, but Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's been a fan favorite forever.
I can't remember how long it's been on.
I know. But the fact that it's been nominated?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say Curb Your Enthusiasm, just because I have watched some of those and I think it's funny.
Then we have Best Actress in a Comedy Series. We have Rachel Brosnahan for Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary, Kaylee Cuoco for The Flight Attendant, Elle Fanning for The Great, Issa Rae for Insecure, and Gene Smart again for Hacks.
Oh, wow.
Right? Mm-hmm. Oh, gee. See, the only one I've actually seen is Kaylee, and I do love her in The Flight Attendant. It's not the strongest comedy acting.
I didn't realize The Great was a comedy.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. So I'm actually going to go with Quinta Brunson. Like I said, I've heard what I've seen of her on that. Like I said, I haven't watched the other episode, but I've heard good things about her. I have a feeling she's the one to beat in this time.
Well, and hasn't Rachel Brosnahan
she
won
has
before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, here's the thing: is I haven't seen any of these, so I don't know. But I'm going to go with Rachel Brosnahan again.
Okay.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Then we have Best Actor in a Comedy Series. We have Donald Glover for Atlanta, Bill Hader for Barry, Nicholas Hoult for The Great, Steve Martin for Only Murders in the Building, Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building, and Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso. Oh my gosh, I have to put myself at a tie between Steve and Martin.
I know.
Well, I won't, but I really want to. I'm honestly going to go with Martin Short.
Yeah, I'll go with Steve, and then we'll have them both covered.
I feel like he's the funnier of the two in the show, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Martin Short. That's so funny. Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series, we have Alex Borstein for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Hannah Inbinder, can't remember, with Hacks, Janelle James for Abbott Elementary, Kate McKinnon for Saturday Night Live, Sarah Niles for Ted Lasso, Cheryl Lee Ralph for Abbott Elementary, Juno Tempo for Ted Lasso, and Hannah Waddingham for Ted Lasso. And Hannah, I believe, won last time. So...
Boy, Ted Lasso again rears its head.
I know. You know, I feel like I'm going to pick Cheryl Lee Ralph one because I have liked that woman since, like... She guessed it. I want to say it was like 227, some old show I used to watch back in the day. She's been acting for so long. I know she was in the original Broadway production of Dreamgirls. I enjoy her anytime I ever see her. So I'm doing it based off nostalgia. I haven't seen her act in Abbott Elementary, but I'm just going to base it off nostalgia for me for that one.
Okay. You know, I'm going to go with Kate McKinnon.
Okay.
Only because I don't know these others, but Kate McKinnon has been in so many different things. And she is such a versatile actor. I mean, she's just so funny. So I'll go with Kate.
That's true. Okay. Then Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, we have Anthony Carrigan for Barry, Brett Goldstein for Ted Lasso, Tahib Jimo for Ted Lasso,
Gosh.
Nick Mohammed for Ted Lasso, Tony Shalhoub for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Tyler James Williams for Abbott Elementary, Henry Winkler for Barry, and Bowen Yang for Saturday Night Live. Oh, Lord.
Oh, my gosh.
I have actually... You know what? I'm going to go with Tony Shalhoub because I enjoy him. Never seen The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, but I do enjoy him in other things.
Wow. No clue. Really, Henry Winkler and Barry.
Right? Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, again, I haven't seen anything. So, this isn't even an educated guess. I don't know. I'll go with Henry Winkler. He's the only one I know.
Okay.
Maybe he should win something in his long career.
Right.
I wonder if he won anything for Happy Days.
Surely he must have. Well, I shouldn't say surely, but I don't know. You think so?
I don't know.
Then we have Best Limited or Anthology Series. We have Dope Sick, The Dropout, Inventing Anna, Pam and Tommy, and The White Lotus.
Now I have seen all of these, except Pam and Tommy. I've seen Pam and Tommy, but I only saw like one episode of it.
Yeah, me, I've only seen Inventing Anna and The White Lotus.
I saw The Dropout. That was good. I'm going with Dope Sick.
Okay. I'm going to go... I'm actually going to go with The White Lotus. I don't know. I feel like it's gotten such good reviews and word of mouth. Along with Dope Sick, but I'm going to go with White Lotus.
Did you see White Lotus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did see White Lotus.
Well, I just think they're all so different because Dope Sick is kind of...
Yeah.
You know, they're based on... Well... The White Lotus
What's funny is
not
that,
a...
the only one that's not a real story is White Lotus. The rest are based off of...
I know, so how did it even make it in there?
Just because it's a limited series.
Right, I guess so. Anyway, okay. So you go with White Lotus, I'll go with Dope Sick.
Okay. Then we have Best Actress in said limited series or movie or anthology. Toni Collette for The Staircase.
Oh, I did see that.
Julia Garner for Inventing Anna. Lily James for Pam and Tommy. Sarah Paulson for Impeachment, American Crime Story. Margaret Qualley for Maid. Amanda Seyfried for The Dropout. I'm going to go with Julia, since that's the one I've seen, for Inventing Anna. Although I heard good things about Margaret and Maid, but...
Didn't she just get nominated for... No, that was Laura Linney. No, Julia Garner.
Yeah,
wow, she's nominated for both. That's awesome. Good for her. Well, hopefully she'll win for Ozark. Boy. I didn't see Impeachment, American Crime Story. Maid. I did see a little bit of that. And Amanda Seyfried, The Dropout. Ooh. Toni Collette was good in The Staircase, but I'll go with Amanda Seyfried.
Okay. Then we have Best Actor in a Limited Series Movie or Anthology. We have Colin Firth for The Staircase, Andrew Garfield for Under the Banner of Heaven, Oscar Isaac for Scenes from a Marriage, Michael Keaton for Dope Sick, Himesh Patel for Station 11, and Sebastian Stan for Pam and Tommy.
Oh my God.
I am going to go with Sebastian Stan only because I love him. I mean, I too only saw the one episode of Pam and Tommy, but he I liked what he was bringing, so I'm going to go with him.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Michael Keaton. Dope sick.
I'm like, I figured. I'm sure that's her guy.
Yep.
All right, last two categories. We have Best Supporting Actress in a Limited or Anthology Series or Movie. So Connie Britton for The White Lotus, Jennifer Coolidge for The White Lotus.
I love her.
Alexandra Dario for The White Lotus, Caitlin Dever for Dope Sick, Natasha Rothwell for The White Lotus, Sydney Sweeney for The White Lotus, and Mare Winningham with Dope Sick. Wow. First of all, White Lotus, congrats on all those nominations. Right. And wow as well, because all these people deserving.
Yep.
You know I didn't see Dope Sick. I've only seen scenes, but Mare, who I know played Caitlin's mother in Dope Sick.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always good in everything.
She is.
Oh my Lord. I guess I'm actually going to go with Caitlin Dever. Even though I haven't seen Dope Sick, I've only seen scenes of her, but what I've seen, she's delivering. Good job.
She is which one?
She is the one that's the minor. The woman, the young woman that's a minor.
Gotcha. Yes, she was really, really good. I just think these are so different. Anyway.
Right, I mean, that is a complete change from White Lotus.
For me, I'm going to go with either Jennifer Coolidge or Caitlin Dever. It's just so different.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, you've got Caitlin Dever. Mare Winningham was good, but I think Caitlin was... Wow. I can't believe The White Lotus. Look at all that.
Right?
Connie Britton, she was good.
She was good.
I'm going to go with Jennifer Coolidge. Just
okay. All right.
Because you've already got
good pick.
Caitlin Dever covered.
Good pick. Best Supporting Actor in a Limited Series. We have Murray Bartlett from The White Lotus, Jake Lacey from The White Lotus, Will Poulter from Dope Sick, Seth Rogen from Pam and Tommy, Peter Sarsgaard from Dope Sick, Michael Stahlberg from Dope Sick, and Steve Zahn from The White Lotus. Again, we have a White Lotus overload. Ooh, decisions. I am going to go with Murray Bartlett, though, from The White Lotus, who played the manager. I thought he did a great job.
Oh, he was good.
Did a great job. You know, I enjoyed Steve Zahn as the husband of Connie Britton's character, but I think, yeah. And, again, I never saw Dope Sick. Well, I know I've seen Will Poulter and other things, which he's done a good job. I want to say he played one of the pharmacy reps, I want to say, in Dope Sick, Will Poulter. So I don't know how strong of a role that was, but... Seth Rogen, again, we only saw the one episode, but I wasn't enjoying him in the one episode, so that's a definite no for me. So yes, I'm going to stick with Murray Bartlett.
Will Poulter was really good. Peter Sarsgaard, yeah, he was too. Oh yeah, Michael Stahlberg. He played the... I liked Will Poulter. I don't know that he'll win though.
Well, that's what I mean. I haven't seen it, but knowing he played a pharmacy rep, I'm like, I don't know how strong of a role that really was. So
well, it was a major because he was pushing the...
Right.
It was a major role, but okay. You know what? I will go with him. I'll just go out on a limb.
You go with Will Poulter?
Yeah, because he was it was major. But Ray Bartlett, the White Lotus, he was the
manager.
The manager. He was Jake Lacey.
He's the son. He's Steve and Connie's Britton's son.
Oh.
He kept sleeping out on the beach because his sister was like, leave.
Right.
Sleep in the pantry.
And Steve Zahn?
He's the dad.
The dad, that's right. Oh yeah, that was funny. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't know.
I know.
It's
too bad that with that they have to put in the drama with the comedy in this situation, but yeah.
Okay.
They decide to combine them, but
well, this will be interesting.
All right, this will be interesting. We'll let you when the.
Can you imagine if we had to decide? Because that would be so hard.
Right, that's true. God, we're not on that committee.
Yeah.
Anyway. No. All right, so we look forward to seeing who wins when the Emmys come out. I'm not sure when it airs, but we'll keep you updated. And now it's time for some movie trailer talk. First up, we have Ticket to Paradise. This will be out October 21st and stars Julia Roberts, George Clooney, and Caitlin Dever, who we were just discussing as their daughter.
You know, I knew I recognized her from something.
Oh, you're like, I've
gosh.
seen this girl. Where have I seen her? So yeah, she gets to play something light and bright, which is awesome. So this looks really cute. Julia Roberts and George Clooney are playing parents to Caitlin, who's getting married, and they're trying to break up the wedding. So they're exes, they're not together, but it's cute and funny. I just love that finally George Clooney, because he's married and has children, he's all for playing now dads.
Yeah.
Just being fun, you know, being cool, just acting his age. I'm like, I'm here for it. It does look really, really cute. You know, it goes the standard, I'm sure, comedy, romantic route, everything worked out in the end, a la like My Best Friend's Wedding back in the day. But I think it looks cute. I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah, I did think so too. You know, it looks really cute to me.
Something different in October versus something scary. Because last week, as you know, was like Scary Central and all these dang trailers. So I'm glad we got something a little.
That is true. That is true. And it's what most of them coming out in September or something.
Yeah, and then you have this in October. That's nice.
I know.
And
yay! We're just it makes. I don't get it. I don't know how that's picked.
Right.
But anyway, I think so too, and I want to go see this. This looks really great.
Then we have The Woman King. This is out September 16th and stars Viola Davis, John Boyega, and Lashana Lynch. So this is very serious, based off a true story of it looks like some women warriors that are going to defend their land in Africa. Viola Davis, she bulked up for the role. She's playing, you know, the head of the tribe and teaching the youngins how to fight. It just looks really good. I don't know what to say. Apparently, you know, it's based off a true story. Apparently, they based the warriors in Black Panther.
Yeah, it does
off
look very
of the real life characters. So that makes sense now that you see once you see the trailer. It just looks like a really
it looks
cool
like
show.
a Black Panther-ish type of show.
Yeah, just more serious. But
right.
I think it looks really good. So yeah, I'm all for that. I'll definitely see that.
Me
with
too.
Viola.
I think it looks really good.
And then finally we have Amsterdam. This will be out November 4th with Christian Bale, John David Washington, Margot Robbie, Anna Taylor-Joy, and Chris Rock, along with several others. These are the main ones. This looks interesting. It's one of those quirky shows from David O. Russell, who also did Silver Linings Playbook. And I'm honestly not quite sure of the exact plot, which is okay. Sometimes it's going to spell out everything for you. Besides it,
it's not coming out till November 4th, so maybe we'll get another one.
That's true. It looks like in the beginning they're trying to hide a dead body, but as to how they got there, I guess is supposed to be with the plot. Like, why
it almost looks like it could be funny too.
Right, that's true.
So
funny yet serious.
Yeah, and it's got a great cast.
It really does.
Really great cast. So.
How he gets them all assembled is I'm always like what? How did that happen? So yeah, it does have a good cast. It looks pretty good. I'll probably watch it. I liked his other shows, so I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
So all right, that's movie trailer talk for the week.
Well, that sure was a lot we covered. 2 weeks worth. Thanks so much for listening. We had fun time as usual, and we hope you enjoyed it as well. Please give us a review or comment, as it really does help us out. And please follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_moscato. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you, guys.